dream that you're young again?
Sure, almost every night.
But what if it wasn't a dream? What if it was real?
Well, that'd be something.
No, Coach, I'm serious. This isn't some kind of life after death thing. We're standing here. I'm real. You're real.
It's all real. It's almost red carpet Midwest premiere of Touchback. We're 1 week away.
That's right. It's a movie that was filmed right here in West Michigan and has made its way to the big screen. We're talking about it again this week with our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty. And all I can think about is all my friends in Coopersville who are so jacked up to see this.
Oh, yeah. They spent hours sitting in the bleachers.
Yeah. Those late night filmings, those overnight scenes that they were filming out at Touchback, Coopersville. You know, this was a fun atmosphere to be around when we were out there, and it's certainly going to be a fun aspect next Friday, not this week, next Friday, when we do the premiere. It's going to be at Celebration North. You can get your tickets now, and we've got some new clips that you probably haven't seen yet.
Who's coming in?
Brian Presley, who's the lead actor here, who plays Scott Murphy. He's the one who goes through this life-changing event. Back in high school, he gets injured, so he doesn't go on to college, he doesn't go on to the pros, so he has to kind of make the decision. He ends up being a farmer, and then he gets this time travel experience, if you will, where he goes back in time and gets to relive his high school days. And the question is, do you take the safe path, and then go on to the college and pros, or do you let it play out the way it was and keep the friends and family that you built because you took that path? So it's kind of a choose your own adventure, if you will.
Interesting, sort of like the butterfly effect, but you get to make
Right. So he's going to make that choice. Again, those tickets are available online now at celebration.com for the premiere, which is, the tickets are $20. It's a little bit more, but it's a fundraiser for the film office. It includes popcorn pop. There's a Q&A involved with the movie, and then you also get to walk down the red carpet. So that's
wonderful.
We all love that.
A whole lot of fun. So have you heard any buzz? I mean, is it any good?
It has screened already. This isn't the first time we'll see it, but it has had some screenings. It's doing okay, you know. We'll see.
It is what it is.
I get to see it on Tuesday, so I'm excited about that.
It's a good day, and Aaron offered me the opportunity, and I can't go, and I'm bummed. I love Kurt Russell. He's not going to be in West Michigan that we know of, but I would love to.
Sources
do that,
don't say Kurt Russell will be here,
no.
But Brian Presley will, and he's the lead actor, so it'll be fun. He'll maybe be signing autographs and things like that, so that'll be fun.
All right, okay. Some new movies this week, and I have to say, this one this has never appealed to me. I think I'm the wrong gender.
Or you were too young?
Too young.
Okay, now you're back on my Christmas list. I like that. Yeah. My husband thinks it's hilarious. I never have, but I'm hoping maybe I like the.
We're talking about the Three Stooges. You know, a lot of people know the Three Stooges, and there's a younger group that may be being exposed to this that have never seen it. It is rated PG, so you know, a wide audience here. The one thing I will say, and this is kind of a red flag for you. The original cast was going to be Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, and Paul Giamatti. They all passed.
Okay.
So
because of the script.
Maybe. So just go with certain expectations, maybe lower expectations a little bit. You know, the jokes are going to be pretty much the same. Basically, it's their story. Somehow they get mixed up in this murder plot, and then they end up on a reality show. So it's kind of set in today's world. We'll see how it does. It's supposed to do well. I don't know if it'll beat the Hunger Games, but you know, it should do pretty well because it is a PG movie.
All right, I'll send my husband with his buddies, and I'll go watch something else.
Then we have an R-rated movie. It is Friday the 13th, so we've got to have a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
So Cabin in the Woods, and this one's a little bit different because there's a twist here, and the filmmakers are being very smug and very under wraps about this plot. So what we can tell you is there's a group of teens that kind of goes out for the weekend, and most of these actors aren't actually teenagers, so we're supposed to kind of
imagine them being
accept that. So they're a younger group of people that go out for the weekend, and they're at this cabin in the woods, but there's a lot more going on than just your normal horror movie. There might be some instances of some sci-fi and supernatural kinds of things, not just your normal horror slasher kind of a thing. So
a little creepy.
A little creepy, and it's got some twists. So it is rated R. Be aware of that.
Yes, it is R. Nudity, violence, graphic
gore,
stuff. So
all those things.
Yes,
so it is an R-rated
be warned.
Movie. Yes.
All right.
And then we also have this thriller that it's kind of just in concept, you might think it's totally ridiculous, but it has been getting some not so bad reviews. Guy Pearce and Maggie Grace are in this movie called Lockout. Basically, the president's daughter goes to this, it's a prison in space. So it's like a space station of prisoners. These are like the worst of the worst prisoners. Well, for some reason, she goes there to talk to them. It seems like a really bad idea. Well, she obviously gets caught and she's captured, and Guy Pearce is the the agent who's sent there to redeem himself because he got in trouble. So now his only way of redeeming himself is to save the president's daughter. So the concept seems a little outlandish, but from what I'm told, the action is pretty good. Again, lower your expectations and you'll probably be okay.
Okay, interesting. All right, limited release this
We have a
week.
couple limited releases. Blue Like Jazz is at Celebration North in Rivertown. This is pretty much, it's a comedy, but it's kind of a story about a junior college kid. He grew up in the Bible Belt, and now he's at a college that's completely the opposite of the Bible Belt. And that's a PG-13 movie. And also in limited release is a movie called Raid the Redemption. This is kind of a foreign film. It's a high action movie. It's only at Celebration South. A SWAT team gets stuck in a high-rise building and they have to kind of fight their way out. So that's an action movie that's R-rated.
Okay.
Perfect. So what do you have for your picks this week?
Well, a movie, I'm going to give you a good value pick here.
We like that.
$4 at Woodland for your ticket. Chronicle, which is a movie that came out a couple months ago, and it's now at the $4 Woodland Theater. You get these three friends, and they come across something from another world, and they suddenly develop these superpowers. We've seen a lot of superpower movies, in the last couple years, and this is kind of a different take on that, and how you would choose if you suddenly had these powers. Are you going to use them for good? Are you going to use them for bad? Or are you just going to use them just to, do whatever? So it's kind of this interesting concept. It definitely plays well with the younger audiences.
Okay. And
that was PG-13. Also, from a couple years back, Unknown, you might have heard of the Liam Neeson Unknown. Here's the different Unknown. This is Jim Caviezel, Greg Kinnear, Joe Pantoliano, Barry Pepper, and Jeremy Sisto. They wake up in a warehouse. They don't know who they are.
Oh.
They don't know how they got there. They don't know who's good and who's bad.
Oh.
Some of them are tied up, some of them are tied to a chair, some of them are just passed out. Jim Caviezel is the first one that wakes up and is trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
As the plot goes on, I'm not going to ruin it for you, we discover who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, why they're there. They're locked in this warehouse. Why are they locked in this warehouse? So it's kind of this interesting movie. The concept's better than the movie pays off in the end, but I like the concept in this movie.
Okay, well,
All
and
right.
I have a little special bonus here. I follow Celebration Cinema on Twitter, and what's going on this weekend?
Popcorn buckets.
Popcorn buckets. If you have an expired bucket, you can bring it this weekend,
Yep.
and they'll still fill it up for you.
It's the biggest deal,
Yes.
isn't
It
it?
is the
We
greatest
love it.
deal, exactly.
So go see Chronicle at Woodland and then get your bucket refilled for free.
You're good to go.
All right, and you can check it all out. Laugh at the movies.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for being here. What a
Yes.
great week, Miranda. You've been here.
Oh,
Monday,
it's been good
Friday.
fun. Good fun. A lot to do this
Absolutely.
weekend.
Yes,
so
lots of
much
stuff.
going on.
All
Rain
right.
or shine.
Thank
Have a great
you.
weekend,
All right,
everybody.
you
Stay
bet.
west.
See ya.